Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Prepping by Faith, and today I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about AI and the transformation of our workforce. I think that everybody is actually concerned about their jobs right now, especially if they are in the tech industry. They have already culled over 70,000 jobs, and it looks like they are continuing to make cuts. Yahoo just announced today that they are going to be cutting another 20% of their workforce. We've already seen massive layoffs in Microsoft and Amazon and Google. So these are just going to continue, I believe. And I think with this evolution of AI, that is another concern for everyone, especially those of us that deal with technology in our jobs. So this is an article that the World Economic Forum actually put out, and it says 3 trends that will shape the future of work according to Microsoft's CEO. So they list 3 different trends in here. They say productivity paranoia. They outline that, they say that every leader thinks that somehow they're not being productive, but everybody who's working in the organization feels burned out. So they talk about productivity being a key metric in deciding output per hour worked, and they're saying that AI is going to help address this. So they're talking about the rate of automation. They show on here the scale, right, of a human in 2020 and how they were 67% and AI was at 33. And they're saying by 2025, it looks like it's almost going to be dead even. So I don't see how this is supposed to alleviate anyone's concerns or fears. I think that that is just, going to exacerbate that. So, as far as our productivity, we're going to be thinking, well, the machine is just going to continue to encroach, which it looks like if it's already that close in 2025, what is it going to look like in 2030, right? They say number 2, artificial intelligence as a co-pilot. So they're trying to say that one of the things that we think a lot about is how to deploy this technology to empower human beings to do more. So they're talking about, using it as a co-pilot where he has, 80% leverage in doing what he's doing. He's still the pilot, but then having a co-pilot. That may be the way that it is now, but as AI continues to evolve, if it has the ability to sort of, self-learn, then that could be another problem down the road, right? Maybe it's only at a certain level now, but what is it going to be able to evolve into as time goes on? Technology has already brought us this far. How much further is it going to bring AI? So they say which sectors are working with open AI. So they're saying that there's 902 total as of January 2023. We have a lot in technology, obviously, education, business services, manufacturing, finance. It's involved in retail, healthcare, government, media, and internet. And then they've got this open category of others that looks like it's about third on the list, whatever others is, right? So to me, I think that's something that we should be concerned about. Number 3, people and soft skills make success. So they say the top 10 skills of 2025 is going to be your analytical thinking and innovation, active learning and learning strategies, complex problem solving, critical thinking and analysis, creativity, originality and initiative, leadership and social influence, technology use, design, resilience, stress tolerance and flexibility, reasoning, problem solving, and ideation. Well, you know what? I it's interesting to me that you see on here that they have, complex problem solving and critical thinking and analysis. What they have done is they have actually dumbed down our children to where they don't even have the ability to use critical thinking or reasoning any longer when they are, problem solving. A lot of the technology I believe that they have our children using is just dumbing them down rather than causing them to think more critically. So how do they expect these skills to be sharpened, for 2025 if they are, basically setting our children up for failure going forward? This is just something that I think of. I'd be curious to see what you guys think of as well. Interestingly enough, there's other things on here. If you click into this, what is the forum doing about keeping workers well? So they talk in here about, healthcare to food, utilities, software, and more. And they talk about how they are, obviously partnered, launched in July 2020. There is a project that is a partnership between the World Economic Forum and Arizona State University with support from the Rockefeller Foundation. So, Keeping Workers Well initiative leverages the forum's platforms, networks, and global convening ability to collect, refine and share strategies and approaches for returning to the workplace. They also talk about what is the role of C19 testing, what is the value of contact tracing, how do organizations ensure health at work for all employees. So they're going to keep pushing for this, guys. This isn't something that is just going away. The biggest issue, guys, overall, I think, is that we need to be aware of the fact that they want transhumanism. This is something that the World Economic Forum has talked about time and time again. This article kind of goes over what is transhumanism and how does it affect you. But what they want to do eventually is merge us with this AI. I believe that is why we are seeing this competitive nature of AI entering the workplace. You're going to start keep seeing this to where it becomes more even, to where it's taking over. And eventually they're going to say, well, in order for us to be successful, we need to merge with this AI and become one with it so that we don't have to worry about becoming obsolete, right? So this is what they are working towards. This is something that was coined back in 1990 by Max Moore, the CEO of Alcor Life Extension Foundation. So it refers to an optimistic belief in the enhancement of the human condition through technology in all its forms. So its advocates believe in fundamentally enhancing the human condition through applied reason and corporeal embrace of new technologies. So they talk about genetic engineering, the information technology of today, bioengineering, artificial intelligence, and molecular nanotechnology. So I would encourage you guys to do some more digging into this. I'm not going to go into all of this today, but I do think that this is the direction that we're headed. This is where this is all going to converge. So it's just another thing to be aware of. And I also wanted to share some other articles that I came across. These are recent articles. This one came to us from Business Insider. It says, welcome to the age of AI anxiety, in which anxiety about AI taking over our jobs and lives is at the top of everybody's minds. It says the threat of AI is increasingly clear and well founded, and it's causing serious anxiety. So talks and posts about how the latest AI bot has successfully mastered yet another employable skills, causing a looming sense of doom. So they're talking about Chatgpt. I don't know if a lot of you guys have heard about that, but it's actually a program that was launched 3 months ago, and it's making job seekers with decades of experience unsure about what the future holds from them. This thing has been able to write a full scientific research article in just 2 hours. It also passed a Google coding interview. So they're causing a lot of people to feel as though inferior, and these things are going to be, taking over their jobs. And I think that is something that we have to consider and we have to be aware of, because I think there is a very real possibility that this could be a threat to our existence in the workplace. They do say that in October of 2020, the World Economic Forum predicted that an estimated 85 million jobs may be displaced by 2025, recognizing that automation in the workforce has been increasing at a faster rate than anticipated. So they say that, and then they try to go ahead and say, but all hope is not lost. Well, you guys, I don't know about you, but that does not make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. There's another one here by Forbes, 7 ways to guard your job. So they're giving you some ideas here. Present your ideas in context, deepen your expertise, build curiosity, get creative, build emotional intelligence, find meaning in work, and sharpen your critical thinking. Here we go again with the sharpening our critical thinking and getting more creative. Well, not everybody has the same gifts and talents, right? We're not all going to be as creative as somebody else. So that I think is also, kind of leading people down the road of, anticipated failure as well, because we're not all made the same. We don't all have the same giftings and talents. One of the things that I would encourage everyone to do is, technology is going to keep moving in the direction it is, but being able to, niche down and do things that they haven't been able to figure out how to replicate and do quite yet, whether that is, repairing things, I think is one of the big ones. There's going to be continue to be automation as far as, probably even in the farming industry, where these things are going to come in and sort of mass produce. But, if you're somebody who can repair the machinery and learn how to do that sort of a trade, I think that's going to be critical. If you're somebody who, is going to be able to go in and sort of help, repair software side of things as well, they could need some help there. I don't think this thing is going to be able to repair itself yet, but you know what? Who knows where this is actually headed? Other things like plumbing and, appliance repair and those sorts of things, I think are going to be key. Anything that we can do that they haven't sort of drilled down into quite yet. And then I think, just becoming as self sufficient as we can to take care of our own families, the preparedness and getting ready for these sorts of things and what that looks like. There is nothing wrong with, putting aside extra things for our families, learning different skills and trades that we can do to take care of our families, as far as growing food and repairing things on our own and learning to barter and trade with like-minded people. I think those are all going to be things that we are going to need moving forward. Just the way everything is looking, it's not just about job loss, it's also about other things that we see that sort of are impending, this impending sense of doom that is upon us, as far as the dollar potentially collapsing. We're headed into a recession for sure. Are we headed into a depression? I don't think any of us knows for certain. I think we can all make educated guesses, but things are not looking bright and sunny. There's a lot of talk about famines and food issues continuing. So I think that the smartest thing for all of us to do is to continue to get prepared as possible for these things that we can see that are going to be happening in the near future. And with the evolution of AI encroaching on our jobs, this is just one more thing that we need to be preparing for as best as we can. If you guys have any other ideas or suggestions, please comment down below. First and foremost, let's put God first. Remember to pray, prep, and put God first. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. God bless. Hey guys, are you concerned about the death of the dollar? Are you concerned about a full-blown economic collapse? If you are, I want you to consider giving Genesis Gold Group a call. They are a Christian-based company that is going to help you roll over your 401k into a gold-backed IRA that is self-governed. You also have the ability to send them cash and take possession of those precious metals if that is something that you would like to do. As we see all of these things unfolding before us, the sky high inflation, the move away from the US dollar as a petrodollar, and we see the central bank digital currencies that are going to be underway this summer, preserving our wealth through precious metals is one way to sort of hedge our bets and make sure that we have something that is going to be more substantial to carry us forward. So go ahead, check them out. They are Genesis Gold Group, genesisgoldgroup.com, or give them a call at 1-800-200-4653. Tell them Prepping by Faith sent you, and God bless.